O Megafone de hoje vai apresentar para você um cineasta que é ex-veterano, sabe? Homem de guerra, já passou por guerra nos Estados Unidos. Por guerra que eu falo assim, ex-militar. O cara é o cara e vai conversar com a gente aqui para falar sobre o quê? Festival de cinema e os filmes, né, que ele já fez, e principalmente o último filme dele, que tá ganhando aí disparadamente vários prêmios por vários festivais de cinema, principalmente nos Estados Unidos. Ele já foi para o Canadá, já viajou para vários lugares e eu não vou contar muito sobre ele agora. Eu vou deixar que ele mesmo conte. E olha, para quem quer aprender a fazer cinema, isso aqui é uma aula. Isso aqui é uma aula de cinema, isso aqui é uma aula de roteiro, aula de tudo. Então nem se atreve em sair daí, porque o megafone de hoje está interessante demais. Welcome everyone to Megaphone, the loudspeaker show. Today we'll have an exclusive interview with Frank Cisco, a dynamic force at the helm of Lawrence Records. Not only a CEO, but also a seasoned entertainer, producer. He also makes, he's done everything. He's a jack of all trades in the entertainment industry. Today we dive into his award-winning film that has captured hearts and accolades across 11 film festivals. 11 film festivals. My film has barely made into its first film festival. Yet he's already been, his film has been more than welcomed in 11 film festivals. So this heartwarming epic, this film, follows Marley, an emotionally unavailable, disabled veteran on a quest to discover his roots and confront his inner demons. Like all of us have demons, but in this particular film, we follow Marty in his. Join us as we explore Frank Cisco's diverse roles, from being a voting member of the Grammys to their immersive involvement in producing, acting, writing. Anyway, you got the picture. He's a jack of all trades in the entertainment industry. So get ready for an inside look into the inspiration, into the challenges, and collaborative magic that have shaped Frank Cisco's career and his journey, if you will. Without further delay, let us welcome Frank Cisco and unravel the captivating narrative behind his acclaimed film and the transformative power of storytelling that he is able to share, especially with you aspiring filmmakers. So, Frank Cisco, I still feel more than welcome. Very welcome to Megaphone.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo. Did you guys say obrigado? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here and stuff. I'm so honored, and it's all blessings. So thank you. Thank you.
We are delighted. So, given your involvement in various aspects of the entertainment industry, even Grammy, can you share how you became associated with the heartwarming and captivating epic that won multiple awards and nominations, like your latest film that has been, whose trailer has been showing on our TV stations?
Thank you so much, Rodrigo. Yeah, well, my movie here, Lion of Judah Legacy, it's a semi-autobiographical. So many of the stories of as far as the different characters, supporting characters in the movie, actually are stories from my own life, and that I paraphrased and and put into the movie, into the screenplay for the movie, to make the characters more human, more relatable for the audience, as we all should with our characters. Now, initially, because the movie's been around, about 2 years, but the springplay's been around 6 or 7 years. The original version of the screenplay, definitely the characters were more vanilla. Yeah, because it was my second screenplay I'd ever written. I was afraid to share more of my personal stories, journeys, and travels and such. But like you said about the collaboration, one or two of my editor friends took a look and they said, Frank, it's a great premise, great, great, theme and thesis and everything, but we want to fall in love with the character, and you're not giving us anything So I reread it. I said, "Oh, really?" And I said, "Yeah, you know what? I guess they're right." So I went back and to the screenplay and rewrote it, edited it, put it some more meat, some more of my personal stories that I grew up with that I've been through and stuff, that added it to the screenplay. So the final movie that you have now, story and everything, and the book that's now out on Amazon Kindle as well, the book version, it has all the the meat and potatoes that people are enjoying in the movie now. So it's definitely a lot of my life stories are in the movie.
Yeah. So then you're somehow telling our stories of the film. So then it explores profound themes that makes us assume that you underwent all of the things that, and even the demons that the characters goes through. So the film explores profound themes of ancestral roots, inner demons, and personal transformation. So how do these themes resonate with you? As you mentioned, like you have lived, you have experienced all of these things. I'm assuming, because like you said, this is like you took your personal story and you made it, and you took it to the screenplay.
Oh yes, okay. For instance, the part where the Marley, the main protagonist, the lead, is the disabled veteran. Well, in real life, Rodrigo, I served 10 years in the U.S. Navy as an officer and lieutenant, and I am a disabled veteran as well. In fact, I served during, if you know, American history, even modern and stuff, the two conflicts, Gulf War and Enduring Freedom and 9/11. Rodrigo, I was active duty military during that Hurricane Katrina, and I was in charge of the humanitarian aid force in the Caribbean. So, and helped to clean up the New Orleans, et cetera, back in 2004, 2005. So, in fact, after 10 years of going through all that, I decided, my body, mind, spirit, that, you know what, Frank, you need a break. And so I left the military, and I came back to the government civilian service, which is my day job. So from that's where the disabled veteran part of the story comes from. And then the ancestral parts, I did growing up here in America, I'm considered, Black American, but as like everyone, I've lost some mixed roots. And with the DNA test from the 2000s I took, I found out on my late father's side that I'm part Jamaican, part Dominican, part Portuguese, part Berber, from Moroccan, a Moor. So I was like, wow, all of these things what helped me come up with, you know what, if the protagonist or the lead is based off of, my personal journey, I said, let me make the protagonist homeland from Jamaica, because Jamaica has such a wonderful, rich culture with reggae, Bob Marley, One Love, and everything. So that's how that all kind of came together.
Well, yes. So, thank you for your service, since you're a veteran too.
You're welcome.
Now, as someone with such a diverse background, not only veteran but also in music, production, and writing, so what inspired the creation of this particular film? Is you did give us some idea, and I'd say all of your life experience itself, I guess, contributed. But were there say special instances that or societal issues that played a significant role in shaping the narrative?
Okay, no, thank you. Once again, excellent question. Thank you, Rodrigo. Yes, a few incidents that happened in my life, I guess, especially when I returned back to Washington, D.C., where I was born and raised, came back after my military service. And I've always done music on the side, come from a musical family. If you know jazz music history, and know the great late Cap Calloway back in the 30s and 40s, that's one of my cousins. So my family, I grew up singing, dancing, jazz. Anyway, so returned to the D.C. area, and I was hanging out with, because I've also lived twice in Hollywood. So that's another story, another interview. But so I came back, and I've done everything from photography, fashion photography, DJing, to I was a part-time print model when I was younger as well. So hanging out with all these fashion type folks, come back home to DC, and I ran into, we have actually a large Ethiopian population here in the Washington, D.C. metro area. So some of them are my friends as well. I have a diverse group of friends, and they put together the first ever Miss Ethiopia USA pageant in the late 2000s, early 2015. So I became friends and a judge and a local celebrity judge and all that. So I'm hanging out with them for 2 or 3 years. And I asked one of them, I said, hey, you guys, in your country, because many of them came from Ethiopia after the last coup that happened in the 70s. So I said, hey, late Emperor Selassie, did he ever visit the Caribbean? Because I was in the Caribbean from 2001, 2005 in Trinidad and Barbados. And they said, yeah, he did. I said, did he ever have any relationships or leave love children? And they laughed. They said, he probably did. So, boom, that sparked the idea. I said, you know what, maybe I could write something about that. Him in the Caribbean, and maybe he left a love child, and the love child grows up not knowing his father, but knowing his mother, but he ends up growing up between Jamaica and the States, and then that could be the beginning of the hero's journey in the movie, which it is. And that I give too many spoilers and stuff, but that was the inspiration, hanging out with the Ethiopian American community here and stuff. Continuously doing my music as well with the Grammys. And then also, I work with another buddy of mine in Master June Nikizo, MJD Productions. We have a local festival where I'm also his music supervisor. So I've been doing soundtrack for Rodrigo for the past 15 years as well. So all of that combined, I think, this is the way to tell my story and their story too. And so those were the main inspirations of this book, of this movie. So.
Considering all of your this background you have, I'm assuming that you wore multiple hats in the film, right? You wore multiple hats.
Yeah, definitely. Because the film, like the screenplay was written probably 7 or 8 years ago, I started, and initially, while writing it and putting together the soundtrack, starting back then, I was, it took about a year or two, and then I had one or two of my friends that are local writers. They became editors, and they were the ones who told me to try to put more meat in the story. So it's like everything in life, everything great in life, it's a collaborative team effort. So I did that, and then I actually found funding for it in Hollywood right before COVID struck. About 100,000 US they were going to put into this movie to film it, big budget style. But then the pandemic came. So pandemic came, lost all the funding. I have a younger brother named Sabre, who's actually an actor, a SAG actor. He was supposed to play the lead, Rodrigo, not me. But he became unionized too, so I lost my lead actor and I lost my funding in 2019. So that actually stopped the production of the movie for about a year. And so I had to look around and get more credit cards. By 2020, I was able to fund it, as well as the crypto boom that was around for about 2 months back in 2020, Rodrigo. I took out some money from crypto, but it jumped when it spiked for about a month, and that helped fund it too. But I'm pretty much, I'm the executive producer of it. So that's how this movie ended up getting funded too. Just right place, right time, assistance, and then, me and a few of my family members as well that believed in me, they helped to fund this movie.
So the final budget that the movie was made under, do you recall it, or would you mind sharing with us the budget?
Well, sure. I said I wrote it. It was supposed to be initially 100,000, but then COVID and the pandemic happened. A year later, I got it down to about 10,000 US.
10,000?
I shot this movie for 10,000 US. But I was my friend June Gizo, the director who has the local film festival I do his music for. He directed it for free. So I had a free director, who's my buddy, like I said, team collaborative effort, free director. I already had the music that actually, Rodrigo, by the time I finished this movie, I have 2 soundtracks for this movie on Spotify and Apple Music. That's how long.
Then you have original tracks for the movie, which makes it even more interesting.
Definitely.
That's the one thing I keep telling filmmakers, and especially you there, audience member watching this interview, this conversation, you folks have to make sure that your films, despite the budget, because nowadays it's pretty cheap to make music. So make sure that you create what you call an aspiring artist, an aspiring musician, because they'd be happy to make music for your films. That's what I keep telling students, because a lot of times they struggle. They go to these websites and they try to license music, but people don't care. Like, these artists don't care about licensing music to your films. So when you go, but when you go to your friend who makes music, they'd be happy to make music for you. Or like, if you're a musician yourself, come on, like, make a song for your film. It is worth it because it becomes original, right? It becomes original.
Exactly. Right. And later on, you submitted to the Grammys or the Latin Grammys. and now, Rodrigo, over the past year with the new artificial intelligence, Microsoft AI, you can make decent background music with the Microsoft Bing AI program. And so I played around with it a month ago and made a few instrumentals for my friend June Gizo for one of his upcoming indie movies for free. So that's another technology, use it, especially when you're independent producers like we are. Definitely.
Yes. And in your opinion, what is the key message or takeaway that you have that the audiences would drive? Like, what are the takeaways from this film?
Okay, the main takeaway and message from this film is about peace and unity. The slogan is one race, one love, one family. So pretty much, I would say, God is love. The God is music. God is love. Music is love. So love one another. Be happy. Be positive, and be happy, and live free and live your life to the fullest, because life's too short. And tomorrow, you, me, Rodrigo may be gone. So, but we'll always have this moment here. We'll always cherish it. So everything's a blessing, and that's why life is called the present. So that's the main.
Yes, and the protagonist embarks on an extraordinary quest to Jamaica to uncover his ancestral roots. As mentioned, you also have these, like you also have your roots, and they inspired you to make the story. So how important is cultural exploration in representation and storytelling, and how does it contribute to the richness of the film's narrative?
Okay, thank you. Another excellent question. Thanks, Rodrigo. Definitely during the quest, as I showed, like with Marley, the main protagonist, based off my own life, and I found that since he's a disabled veteran, I showed, like in the beginning, his art, and where he first starts super nervous, speaks with a stammer, because that's the whole mental depression thing, PTSD type of a condition that he has that's never been diagnosed. But he's living with it. We know a lot of people out here. You don't have to be a war veteran, but regular folks that have, we all, get through trauma and everything and stuff, and we need our friends and family and, our community to help us get us through. Well, that's what Marley is doing and facing in the beginning. So, and also he has a long-term relationship in the beginning that he loses because he's disconnected. And everyone around him knows it, but no one wants to tell him that. They love him and they don't want to hurt his feelings. But sometimes it's a message too. If you have someone in your life, or family member, friends that you care about that's actually disconnected, different, changed, whatever, mental health, wellness is a real thing. Reach out to them, talk to them, and try to be there for them and help them out. So it starts out like that and stuff. But then, like I said, as he finds his roots and the fortune teller he goes to, which is one of my favorite parts, she tells hey, you need to learn more about yourself. Get in touch with your feelings and know yourself better and stuff to get to move forward and get out and have a more positive, happy life. And you need to go and forgive your mother for everything that she may have done to you and made you so estranged. And in my life too, me and my late father, before I was 18, before I went in the military, we had a strange relationship where I love my dad, he loved me, but I didn't like him too much, and he didn't like me too much. And then when I went to military, boot camp, and I realized how much I loved the guy, I wanted to be friends. As soon as I got back home, I went to his house and sat on his couch and I said, Daddy, I love you. I want to like you. Can we talk now as men? And Rodrigo, we cried, we hugged, and that's the first time him and I had a great, real conversation. And from there, even when he passed away 10 years ago, we passed away with one of my best friends. So priceless knowledge. If you're in a similar situation, the parents, estranged, whatever, and even if you have to take the first step, please do that and stuff, because it'll make you feel better, make you better, make your life so much better. It's like so many of us know people around here that have chips on their shoulders. They're like, I can't, And I said, well, even if you can't forgive them, if you can't forgive them, but, and then you do better, but you have to leave it at olive branch. So anyway, so that's how, as far as that part of learning self and the cultural roots, getting back to it, and getting back down to Jamaica and making peace with his estranged mother and stuff. Who was a wonderful person. Actually, and my mother in real life played my mother in the movie. So, and she's one of my best friends as well now too. So we laugh and joke about it as well and stuff. But she thanked me so much for putting that in there about how I healed the wounds between me and my father before he passed away 18 years ago. So I miss him every day. I love him. He's in my heart, as all I love him should be and stuff. Carry them in your heart, and do positive things for them as well and stuff, to represent and stuff and make this world a better place. Because hey, we're all we got. So we're all family. So that's the importance of that.
Yeah, life is too short to hold grudges, or so it's important to make peace, be with family member, friends, and everyone. And who knows that maybe because of this message that the film won 11 film festivals. So with the film winning 11 film festivals and being nominated at various prestige events, what impact do you think these achievements have, or rather I say, what aspects of the film do you think has contributed to this winning so many film festivals? Because when a movie is bad, believe me, I think it can't win a single film festival. A bad movie, I don't think it doesn't even make it to the finals in film festivals, or don't even get nominated, much less awarded. So, what aspects do you think have contributed to this achievement?
Oh, thank you, Rodrigo. And I'll tell you about my new friend. This film festival, the whole, I say hustle, the whole industry. What I learned is, because a lot of my local friends here in DC and independent filmmakers, they're like, Frank Cisco, why are you taking a whole year to shopping through the film festival circuit? Why don't you just go try to put it straight into Tubi or Amazon Video? And I said, no, guys, because this is a promotion. It's a free amongst, like you said, other like-minded independent filmmakers like ourselves, musicians and creatives, is the term now, and to get it out there and see what our community thinks, and also get support, and then also give respect. And it's like you said, it's a free shot to see what we did right, see what we did wrong. But it's funny, Rodrigo, I find out that some of the film festivals that I submitted this movie to told me, and I'm not going to say them by name or put them out there, that the ones that didn't nominate it or accept me, but some of them said that my movie wasn't, I'll put it in these terms, I'm not going to name them, but they said it wasn't ethnic enough. It wasn't silly enough. I didn't have enough Real Housewives action. So, and that's what they like. They're like, we like silliness, and we want our film festival audience to forget about life, but at the end, they're not going to remember those types of movies. So they said my movie's message was too strong, too real, and it would depress their audience. So that's one of the reasons why I submitted, to about 80 film festivals, and the most of them. But that's like life and stuff. You fail, but it's not, and we all fail if you try. It's not what you do after you get knocked down. You have to get back up and keep going. So So the ones that didn't accept me, Rodrigo, offline, they told me, hey, we love the movie. Good luck when you're going to have success to put it out there. But for our film audiences, it's too heavy. I was like, really? I said, but it's a dark comedy. It has heavy subject, but it also has laughter too, like light, like real life. Because it's a semi-autobiographical. They're like, nah, no, we'll pass, but good luck for that. So I learned a lot sending it out on this, film, on the festival circuit. And I used the website Film Freeway to put it out there as well. So that's another thing that, I always say COVID or the pandemic is a mixed blessing. Because, even though like you said, I lost the funding and all that, but during COVID, filmfreeway.com opened up, one website you can go submit your movie, sign it up, and then submit it to, all the festivals around the world. Most of them are on Film Freeway. So I was like, wow, instead of, before where you had to go on the internet one by one, that cut down a lot of administrative time as far as finding suitable film festivals, and like you said, credible ones to send my movie to stuff and give it a shot.
They have submission fees. So do you mind sharing with us how much you've spent in submission fees and perhaps even in flight tickets, because I believe you'd have to fly to the location of the film festival. So would you mind sharing with the aspiring filmmakers how much was spent in total, if you have this number, in submission fees, plane tickets, or even accommodations to attend these festivals?
No, great point, Rodrigo. I spent about $500 US. So I budgeted and spent about $500 submitting it to. But even most of the ones I got nominated for, Rodrigo, I hate to say you guys, I couldn't afford to go. But I communicated with the with the owners and the people that ran the festivals and told them that, and they understood. So most of them I attended virtually. And so I'm like here with you, Rodrigo. I'm waiting. Thanks everybody. Love you guys. Thanks for nominating my movie. Good night, Barcelona. I said Barcelona. And I did the whole international Zoom thing. So,
by the way, which places did you visit, or did you go abroad? Because you mentioned Barcelona. So,
and I love
what countries did you visit?
I only visited 3. I went to Toronto. I went there and stuff, and then I actually went to Cuba last year. I went to Havana, and that was magnifique. That was wonderful and stuff. I love Cuban culture and everything. And I went to Egypt last year. So I went to Cairo and stuff. That was last July. So I got to see the pyramids, everything, and hang out, do a little belly dance on the side. Cuba. But that was super cool. So
yeah, I can imagine.
And now I like I said, other like-minded friends for life, and we talk on WhatsApp all the time and stuff and trade jokes. And so it's a experience of a lifetime. So if you guys can go to some of these festivals, especially get nominated, if you can make it and afford it, please go. Please go.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you why. Because there's this festival in town where here at the Campinas, where the TV station is located. So here in Campinas, there's this film festival coming up in May. I participated for the first time last year, and they have what they call collaborative curation, meaning the filmmakers or the individuals representing the films select the films that would integrate the event, because they have a final event where they showcase the film, where they exhibit the films. So the filmmakers themselves select them. So have you ever participated in this kind of how do they call it, collective curation?
Actually, I did for the last one I went to in Toronto, the Toronto International Hollywood Film Festival. They had that. I participated in it. They held out.
Really? So I thought it was rare. I thought it was unique to this particular city. So it wasn't invented by them. So even in Toronto, they do that in certain places where you as a filmmaker, you get to watch the films but then you vote whether that film deserves to be in the exhibit or not.
Yeah, yeah, and we were able to do that at the Toronto Nollywood International Film Festival. Wonderful folks. It was a great time. In fact, like about Barcelona, I have a buddy from there now, another filmmaker named Pablo. I talk and laugh with him all the time on WhatsApp. He's actually from Ukraine originally, but now living in Barcelona because of the conflict. But super cool guy.
And then that's the thing, because like the beauty of these festivals is that you meet people, and the network and meeting people is what makes it. I was really into making films, but then it was just a process. But nowadays, it is also the aftermath. You know, the festivals themselves, because it's so fun to attend them. Like I enjoyed so much last year that I'm like that this year I'm going to come up with another film just to be able to sign up for that festival again.
Yeah, and for my buddy's film festival that I help with, Rodrigo, same thing. People come back year after year, and like you said, they'll make up stuff just to come back. Hey, and brother, and we love it. We love it. Keep doing it. And so that's our joy and stuff. And hey, that's how we give back and share your positive message to the world. Hey, I tell people, hey, dreams do come true. You know, don't stop. Keep living the dream.
Yes, and then with the success of this, do you plan on signing up? Not only signing up, because I believe you're still signing up your film for more festivals. But I mean, let's talk about Lawrence Records in terms of future film projects or music. So, what are your plans for the future?
Oh yes, for this film, I finished the film festival run. So now it's currently on the streaming globally on Amazon Prime Video. If you know Amazon Video in your countries, you can check it out, rent or buy it. And then I have the book version of this movie because I multitask. So one of my other buddies, the editor, took my screenplay and made a novel version. It's cost about $500 US too, but so now that's in the Amazon Book Kindle store online as well. So you can buy the book version. And then, like I said, the two soundtracks that I made, over the years for the movie, they're both on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff. So once it starts showing this year, actually, Rodrigo, I have the second screenplay. It was the first one I wrote before this one, where during the late 90s, I was stationed over in Tokyo, Japan. So I learned 2 years with the Japanese. So I learned about their culture, beautiful culture, samurai Bushido code and manga. And I was in Tokyo when manga started. So when Pokemon started, so I'm dating myself. But and so I actually had a few adventures, let's say misadventures or adventures, hanging out in the Tokyo nightclub scene. So I wrote a screenplay based on that. It's something called The Tale of Haiku. And so now, once after this year, this movie has done its thing online and get some inertia and the book's going, and I may go back, like I said, next year to the drawing board and finish up and fatten up this screenplay with more life stories like I did this first movie, The Tale of Haiku, and then come out with that, the next 2 or 3 years. So, and then music-wise, period, Lawrence Records, my label and website, I'm working on a reggaeton song as we speak for this year's Grammy, the Latin Grammy, where I would see if I can rap in Spanish and English, or Spanglish, like Bad Bunny or Daddy Yankee. It's like, cause for years, like I'm a part, Latino, American as well. So for years, my Latino friends, said, Frank Cisco, on my birthday, Francis, you must do something for the Latinos, reggaeton, so we dance to it all the time. So I said, I grew up for Americans, that's why I do the rock and roll and the hip hop first. But Rodrigo, I think I'm ready to tackle a reggaeton, pitbull type song this year. So I'm actually working with a Spanish guitarist online as we speak and stuff, coming up with the soundtrack for that and stuff. So I'm so excited about that. Finally get some reggaeton. I may call it song Medicina, like gasolina. Now you need medicina. Para la vida, for your life. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Big Latin hits. Those are big Latin hits. What is your current location? Because I forgot to ask you that. What is your current location?
No, I'm in Washington, D.C., Babylon, in Jamaica. I'm right down the street from President Biden, and Hopefully not President Trump soon. We'll see. I'll be voting. Yeah, brave deal. Here I am.
I mean, so is there anything you'd like to share with the audience, perhaps advice to aspiring filmmakers, people who are making films out there? Do you have, but not only that, like now now the microphone and the camera is open for you to speak whatever's in your mind and in your heart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, as we've been talking about this interview, don't stop. Keep doing it. Keep living the dream. I can, share with you guys growing up here in Washington, D.C. I come from a musical family, but, we never, dating myself in the 70s, 80s, never thought that I'd be part of the film industry. Never thought I'd be making movies, making my dreams and positive messages come alive to share with us. If you told me that as a child, I'd throw rocks at you. You're crazy. I don't know anyone doing that. I don't know anyone that looks like me that's doing that back then. Now, 2024, it's a whole new world. Oh, we got AI, PI, all these tools and stuff that can help. Like, you can do your own music. You can write your own screenplays because, the AI can edit your screenplay and your book and your, or even locally, I have a local music theater here, Rodrigo. They asked me if I could convert my movie and book into a screenplay next year, so they can perform it here at the local theater. See, and with the new AI, I can press a button and boom, the screenplay version is done. I mean, amazing. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So go for it. And if you're already here, you're halfway there. And so now you keep moving forward. Like many times making this movie and stuff over the years, like I said, with COVID and all that, I thought I was done. I think of me being here is the most wonderful mistake in the world. Because I thought, like, when the pandemic hit, everyone, my mother, who lives 10 minutes away, her house, we call it the big house, had that my father, late father, built for her, so God rest his soul, had a raccoon infestation. So we had to move her out, and she moved in with me for 3 months during the COVID and stuff while we had to fix the house and stuff and, get the animals out. So
raccoon infestation, that's kind of rare. I mean, because like we live in Brazil and raccoon, we only see them in the zoo. So at least not in São Paulo area. What does that mean, raccoon infestation? What does it look like? What are they like many raccoons and are they considered rodents?
Yes, here they're considered rodents, and my mother's house that my father built for her was the 2-story where it's, he was a house builder, jack of all trades too, stuff, architect, that type too. So she's the elderly. She lived on the top floor and never went to the bottom floor because you could live either or like apartment. So she hadn't been downstairs in the basement for like a couple of months. Well, a family of raccoons found the hole in the wall in the back, and they moved in. Well, finally, when my mother went down there and checked her COVID, she was surprised by these bastards. And so the pest people said, "Hey, you gotta get your mother out of here." Rabies, so mama moved in with me. That's another funny thing I tell people about. I've been engaged. And Rodrigo, I've been engaged 5 times, never married. So I'm always the best man, never the groom. But that's another story. But mama moved in and her and I are walking around with masks on, looking at each other funny, laughing about, we laugh about it. Cause like you said, life is a fair. We all know that. And now what you going to do about it? And us making movies and music and all these creative, wonderful things is a way to be happy. And when you share your story on film, it makes others happy as well and better, the person. So therapeutic for you, therapeutic for them. So never stop. Let me say in hip-hop, can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. It's a keep living the dream, baby. Because as me Rodrigo said earlier, your life is too short. Tomorrow's not promised. You may not see tomorrow, but guess what I can see tomorrow? If you're not here, you're a movie.
That's exactly my thing. awesome music.
And your music, that's your legacy, and love it.
So we want to thank you so much for this opportunity, and we also leave the door open because we'd love to have you whenever you have more films, music coming up, and we love to hear your stories. And at the end of this interview, we'll get back to you to tell you what the viewers are saying. By the way, folks, leave the comments or write to the TV station or find him too on social media. By the way, Frank, how can the audience find you on social media?
Okay, on social media, on Facebook, I'm under Frank Cisco Anderson. But also on Facebook, I'm under my record label, LRN Records. And then on Instagram, it's LRN Records. And on what else there? Twitter, LRN Records. But then also, Rodrigo, in 2 months, I'm starting my own online music festival called the Pan-African Music Award. So,
did you say online music festival?
Oh yeah, online. It'll be a website through Film Freeway where you can submit your music, and for me, for my music festival, as well as videos of yourself singing karaoke, whatever, submit them and stuff. The website would be called palmacreative.com, but it'll be on Film Freeway too and stuff. It's the Pan African Music Award. Because I've been a member of the Grammys 20 years, the Latin Grammys as well. But one of the things, since I'm a multi-genre artist, Rodrigo, I do all different types of style of music. To me, music has no genre, no category. So my festival is no genre.
So then, are you taking music from any country too? Any genre, any country?
Yes, any country, no genre. But you love this, Rodrigo. In my festival, the categories are by geography. So if you submit music, you'll be in the North-South American category, region. And then I have Eurasia as a region, Africa as a region, and Oceania as the 4 regions. And any genre, send it and stuff. But you're going to go up against all genres. And that's the beauty of my upcoming film festival, music festival that starts in March. So I'll keep you posted, Rodrigo. The Pan-African Music Award.
Yeah, so let us know when that is up so that musicians from Brazil can also sign up. Because, I can see a lot of people already excited as they hear this. Now, the one thing that I realized that I forgot is to ask you to drop some names of people you've worked with, that you've crossed paths with, artists that you've rubbed elbows with. So, I don't know if you would mind dropping some names. This is the time.
Oh, sure. Well, but like I mentioned, I lived in the kicked out of Hollywood twice. It's funny, in the States, they call people that try to go to L.A., Los Angeles, or Hollywood, do music or film, and fail and go home. They call them fallen angels. So I'm a fallen angel, but I'm getting back to it. Anyway, so I worked with Death Row for a few months in 2000 in Hollywood. So I met Eminem. I met at the Grammys. I met Neo. I met Smokey Robinson. I met Ringo Starr from the Beatles at the Grammys 2010 in L.A. Met him. So I think I just remember R&B. What's that guy? He's doing it. Of course, right there. You have to spell the spot. I can't think of it and stuff, but yeah. I think who else that they internationally know. I got Ricky Cage. He's an Indian 3-time Grammy winner. He's an Indian music. That's a good great buddy of mine. South African flute player, voter, Kellerman. He won 3 Grammys. Trying to think, who's that guy from the police? Not from the police, but the one of the other members. My buddy Ricky Cage just did a album with him that's about to win a Grammy in 2 weeks. You should have sent me this earlier. I think I would have written it down. Oh my goodness, baby. One of the members of the police is I ran into them, know them. Trying to think. I know as far as Grammy winners, I know a lot of the indies, so a lot of the new age, but they're not mainstream popular. So like the Drakes and the I don't know Drake, and I've been close to them, but I don't know and stuff. And so I guess probably modern popular. I guess Eminem would probably be the most closest to a popular person and stuff. Modern. Collections. I know Smokey Robinson and Ringo and them, but that's the old throwback, old school and stuff. But if you know the Beatles, Motown, whatever, then I've hung out and with them too. I almost met Will Smith, but I'm glad I didn't have because I don't want to be slapped. but I was supposed to be in a movie with them, but my girlfriend at the time messed me over. But that's another Hollywood story. And in Hollywood, there are a lot of people there that help you, and then there are a lot of people there that hinder you, that hold you back. So that's why I'm glad now in 2024 with digital and everything, we can make our own Hollywood all over the world, wherever we're at. And you don't have to go there to make it, and to live your dream. So wherever you're at, do it where you're at. Do your film festival, like you said, Rodrigo, in your hometown. I do mine here in my hometown here in D.C. I do mine. I know all the local filmmakers, and we're all big families, whatever. And then for the film festivals, if you get a chance and they like your stuff, travel to wherever they're showing, and they love your work and fellowship and enjoy yourself. Because it's all love, man.
Yes.
All love.
So then, now it is our modern time is so democratic that it's that you don't need Hollywood, you don't need the big ones to still make films, because there's now a middle category. I was watching a YouTuber mention one of these days that are three categories, A, B, and C. They could put the C category as the big people, like Tarantino. So those people who get paid millions of dollars to make films. And then there's you as the B category, just say because you're able to fund your films and you're able to attend festivals and you still earn some money with film. And there's the A category. They still put us as A category, which is me. Like in my case, I don't get my movies don't get funded. I have to fund my own films. I have to submit to festivals myself, and I'm a total independent filmmaker. And in my case, when I made my film, I didn't wear multiple hats. I wore all the hats. I made music. I need the.
Don't wear them too long. You lose your hair like me. At least like my mother, she used to rub my head as a kid, make sure we didn't have funny shaped hands. So, thanks, Mama.
Definitely, yeah, we would definitely love to have you more, because we enjoyed so much this conversation, and so thank you so much for being with us one more time.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you. Thanks.
This new man, his name is Marley, and he's an older gentleman, but he's sophisticated and he's also Jamaican.
Filme original.
Honor your ancestors, and the superhero within you shall awaken. One race, one love, one family.
Campeão em vários festivais. Primeiro lugar em 11 festivais.
There's this new demagogue who has just arrived to Jamaica about a week ago, I believe, calling himself Marley Lion.
Nasce uma lenda e você assiste de camarote. Legado do Leão de Judá.
Make your ancestors proud and praise Jah.
Uma produção de Frank Cisco Anderson. Disponível agora.
Tu me dis que je ne t'ai rien donné. Après tout ce que j'ai fait, rien n'est jamais assez. Tu me fuis, qu'ai-je fait à part t'aimer? Je me sens si isolée, je me sens si délaissée. Je t'ai tellement donné que j'ai tout perdu, que Le jour où t'es parti, disparu. Où j'en suis, je ne sais plus. Sur mon cœur, il a bien trop plu. Trop de fois déçu, trop de fois déchu. Tu m'as tant aimé, puis je t'ai déplu. C'était pour la vie, et puis tu n'en veux plus. C'était pour les filles, tu ne voulais que mon cul. Assez, assez, assez. Rien n'était jamais assez, assez, assez. Et maintenant j'en ai assez, assez, assez. Je n'étais jamais assez, assez, assez. J'étais dans les filles pour clamer que tu m'as eu. Fallait que je me méfie de tes tactiques de la rue. Je t'ai vu comme si, mais t'étais comme un autre. On me causait des soucis à cause de tout ce que t'as bu. Assez, assez, assez. Rien n'était jamais
Doutora Sofia Cousadian, uma renomada expert em crescimento personalizado e descoberta pessoal. Leia o livro dela, Sem Dúvidas para Liberar Seu Potencial Interior, disponível na Amazon. Ouça o podcast dela, Vida Empoderada, e conheça os cursos que ela oferece, todos reconhecidos pela Forbes, ABC, NBC, Marques, Yahoo, Bloomberg, Business Insider e muito mais. Visite agora drsofiacousadian.com.
Selecione. Faça tudo na medida certa. Agora, misture tudo. Espere só um pouquinho. Ah, ele chegou. Agora é só curtir. Porque o amor não tem cor. Encontre a sua mistura certa no aplicativo Mix Amore. Baixe no App Store ou acesse mixamore.com.
E agora, né, vai contar pra você rapidinho aqui a nossa experiência no BR1234.com. Letícia, fala pra nós aí da sua experiência com o BR1234.com.
Foi muito fácil de achar, inclusive, e de jogar. É bem intuitivo o site e é muito fácil de ganhar o dinheiro em si, né? É bem legal, né? São jogos de aposta. E é isso, gente.
Tá bom, mas assim, qual que é o diferencial desse site de aposta com os outros sites?
Que tem sites ao vivo. E você, assim que entrar, você ganha, né? Assim que você se inscrever, você ganha R$50.
Ah, é verdade. Nossa, tem essa. Você se inscreve e você ganha 50 conto. Agora, a diferença desse pros jogos do site de aposta, qual que é a grande diferença desse pros de aposta?
O diferencial é que ele tem aquela questão de estatística, né? Que o jogador, né? Quantas vezes que o jogador vai ter aquele cruzamento ou vai ter aquele tipo de jogada. É bem legal, é bem estatístico, voltado pro futebol.
Então, 50 contos você ganha só de se inscrever. Acesse aí o site.
Acesse o site.
Oi, Michael, é a Bri.
Arx Media apresenta.
I've never really believed in the supernatural. Anything like spirits or ghosts.
It wasn't the only encounter, but it was the most intense.
As far as I know, guys don't have paranormal experiences. At least none that they talk about.
I grew up in a Christian household, and the only spirits we ever talked about was the Holy Spirit.
Manifestações ou eventos considerados supernaturais, como fantasmas.
I sat up thinking someone was playing a joke on me, but who? My mom and dad had gone, and even if they were there, they're not the type of people that would play jokes like that.
I felt like a presence. I felt like I wasn't alone.
I felt something was off from the moment I sat down and closed my eyes. It was like I just couldn't get my mind to relax.
I have always been a light sleeper. Any sound, any movement, and I'll wake right up.
Milhões de pessoas no mundo sofrem com experiências supernaturais. Ao contrário do que se acredita, muitos que dizem viver essa experiência têm descendência africana. E você contaria ao mundo as suas histórias mais horripilantes?
coisa que nos assustou. Um filme de Patrick A. Albright. O que você viu? Disponível também na Amazon Prime. Adoro essa banda de rock que nós vai conversar. Como é que é o nome dele mesmo?
É Magic.
E o Magic é o seguinte, eles querem fazer uma turnê no Brasil. Você que é empresário, você que é empresário já sabe o que fazer. Entre em contato conosco ou com eles para trazer o Magic pro Brasil. Você não quer esses caras aí fazendo um concerto aqui? Você não acha que eles têm futuro? Então, dá o apoio para eles. Magic, agora para entrar em contato, tá aqui embaixo.
Então, bora lá, hein?
Hoje a gente tem um cara bem excêntrico.
Exatamente, ele que vai mostrar várias personalidades nessa música específica, mas terá várias outras.
Isso, então tem várias outras, e aí você vai vendo como que ele vai trocando de cara. E é assim que ele fez questão de se apresentar na TV.
Exatamente, como é o nome dele?
Bad Choices.
Bora lá?
Ready at the energy, I'm ready to come undone. Rakatata, the mantra of my soul.
Yeah, going psycho on my own, yeah.
Are you afraid that we hit bedrock?
I'm a hip hop sneakerhead, Yeezy on Yeezy on Yeezy.
Bugattis, Ferraris,
Ugly Betty.
memories of romance continue to explore. With echo by your side, together towards melodies forever we'll glide.
Isabela Silvino, com a participação de Forme Vândula.
E a música se chama Te Encontrar.
Bora lá curtir esse som?
Mania.